in be someone's store trying to steal fucking a 50 cents bottle of fucking water in the first place, okay? Not only that, you go and attack the fucking attorney defending his clients, and then here's the truth of the matter. Your people, there are 7 black jurors who found your kid responsible, making Mr. Chow, okay, not guilty because they understand your fucking culture, your mentality. You failed your kid.
Yeah,
Your
you cut that
society
off, B.
failed your
Yeah.
kid. Your mentality
Well, let
failed your
me
Cut
kid.
that off,
That's
B.
ignorant.
let me.
Now let's
Ain't gonna be no more. Thank you. Come again for a long time, yo. Real shit.
hey, look, but let's start here and say that this is not representative of all, our Chinese brothers and sisters. This is one particular video. So let's start off there.
Nah, bro, I ain't
Because
gonna
that
lie. You
we
gotta ban
because as
those
many
corner
I don't
stores for
know,
a
yo.
nah,
while.
but look, as many
Ban those
videos
corner
as you can
stores, man.
look, as many videos as you can surface that are hateful, and I can find a counter example of ones that are supportive, and I've seen them already. So let's just start there for anybody watching. It's like that's not representative of all of them,
We had
right?
this talk yesterday or something like that, and at some points I agree with my I agree with my cousin on, but the thing is about this is like, man, like I told him, you don't know who. As black people for the longest time, we don't have the luxury to always decipher who's on this side or what. So we were better assume that nigga, all y'all villains, all y'all on, it's safe for us sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not saying walk around and always be in paranoia about everything and everyone around you, but we can assume who's the good guy and who's the bad guy all the time. You know what I mean? Unless there's clear signs. Because when you have people like that, your average Joe, and I can bet you probably $100 that she dated a black person before.
Yeah, I'm sure of it too.
So you can't tell. You know what I mean? They could be your best friends. They could be in your colleges. They could be the ones making your food.
What's
Like,
Look,
yeah, you
eh,
didn't have to go out there and chase that boy down and gun that 14-year-old boy. He's stealing water. It's not like he's stealing some loud packs or this man
uh,
is stealing a lighter. He's stealing a bottle of 50-cent water. She not realize how crazy she sound?
but look,
I mean, she
50
said
cent
that she
water,
don't
bro?
agree with him getting chased out. You feel me? But
Yeah, but then she contradicts
yeah, but
herself
she
in
she
the same
agrees with
video.
the outcome, so she might as well agree with him
my
being
whole
chased
point
out.
is like this, Lord, and I think that I've expressed this several times, maybe not on camera, but in our different conversations, right? If we don't own the spot or if we can't work at the spot, I feel like we don't have business support. You get what I'm saying? And that's just in general. I feel like we should be recirculating our dollars in our community first and foremost. We're the only race that has discussions and has a quarrel or issue with putting ourselves first economically and putting each other first economically. We don't
mm,
have that loyalty financially and fiscally the way that a lot of other races do. You feel me? And I think that we need to return to that. And the quickest way to hit somebody in this Western world is in the pocket, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I agree with Ty that it's not all. I don't think it's all, but from what we seeing online, it's quite a few. You feel me? But
yeah.
you can't apply everything you see online to your regular life. You feel me? So I
Nah,
think that you got to pick and choose who to support. But I'm just saying, regardless of whatever race it is, if you don't see your people working in there, and if your people don't own there, I think that you should think twice about supporting that business. When you support one black business, you supporting 9 times out of 10, you supporting 3 or 4. You feel me? Because of
right.
the networks and the resources that most black businesses are aligned with other black businesses behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So
Now,
when you supporting one black business, you supporting way more than the immediate business that you shop with.
I
uh,
agree.
In most cases, they're not. You know what I mean? And we really haven't had that strong sense of financial loyalty to each other since integration, in my opinion.
so one of my questions or just points in response to what you're saying. So I'm all for supporting black businesses and circulating the black dollar, so on and so forth, right? But the one point that I would call out is the whole idea of unifiedly, um, you know, boycotting all Asian-owned businesses is a bit unfair in the sense that you take one person, right, who where their where it was perceived as where the case didn't come out in the favor, and you say we're going to boycott all Asian businesses and so on and so forth, right? Flip the script and say if there was a black, black owned businesses, right, and we did
I'm gonna
something
let you
similar.
finish, but I didn't say specifically to
I'm not
boycott
saying you
Asian
did.
businesses. I said you shouldn't shop anywhere that you can't work at.
Nah, I'm
That's what
not
I'm
saying
saying.
you did. But
Mm.
one of the things that is that there's a online is a big anti-Asian backlash. Like, hey, stop! We shouldn't don't shop at any Asian business. And my thing is, it's the anger is misdirected. If you're mad about the outcome of the case, then you should be directing your anger and resources to the legal institutions that made that verdict, right? Not unilaterally and universally applying it to all Asian businesses because that's not fair. And if we wore the opposite shoe and it was a black owned business, we did the same thing, and then someone makes the verdict, stop supporting all black businesses, we would be crying because that's not fair
I understand you,
ethically.
and I'm gonna let you finish. But if this was in reverse, that verdict would have been different.
It quite possibly, but the what I'm saying is just the principle of you can't target an entire. Because what about the Asian the cleaners? You know what I mean? The Asian owned cleaner businesses who oftentimes don't present any problem, or the times that you do have Asians who are very supportive and courteous and so on and so forth who don't represent that. It's not fair to take one. Like, if you want to boycott anybody, boycott Rick Chow's establishment. Shut his joint down. You see what I'm saying? Don't go there. Don't circulate your dollar. And if you still want to just in general support black businesses, do that. Right? I ain't mad about that at all. Right? We should be. Right? But you can't make the verdict and just apply flat, just flatten every Asian person into the one thing. And I say that because I wouldn't want that done to me, or us as a group of people. So we have to apply the same ethics and same standards to other people. Like, justice can't go one way and not the other. Like, that's not fair. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
I
Especially,
understand you,
especially,
but that's not our experience. Our experience, for the most part, is justice going one way and not in our favor.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? So, and I
But
agree with
where is
you
your
that it's
anger?
wrong.
Where should your anger be? Should it be at an
I'm not
individual
saying that you
institution
should take
or
that out on another marginalized group of people. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we have a very different story. Our people have been getting the rough end for what you had, 400 years of the Atlantic slave trade and then 200 years of the sub-Saharan before that. You feel me? Like, we have been getting the rough end for a very long time. When
yeah.
slavery ended, right? They telling us, and like that lady said in that video, not that she represents all Asians, but for those who think like her, right? She said that we don't deserve reparations. But when slavery was ended, the slave masters got reparations, but you're saying that people that are descendants of slaves shouldn't? Like, this is crazy. You feel me? And just the boldness to say something like that, it just shows what little political power that they think that we have, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
she's not the sole speaker for her people. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But we can't really compare our situations because it's extremely different.
Mm.
When they were in internment camps, they got bread for that. They got
Right.
20,000 a head for that. That's not our story. You get what I'm saying? So we
yeah,
can't
they
really compare what would happen and how would we feel. Um we already have these different feelings and opinions about our businesses without people even stepping foot in them. And that's between people that's not our people and people that are our people because of the different opinions and the different stereotypes that have been put on our people in this Western society. You feel me? The same way we were talking about the other day, how there's people who look at HBCUs and they're 4-year and accredited universities, people are looking at HBCUs like they're community colleges. This same type of mentality and rhetoric is also being put on the black business.
Boy, y'all cooking today. I hope y'all have
Man.
the
So I
same
can't.
energy.
So we can't even compare and say how would we feel, because we already starting from a different point,
Yeah, y'all, hey,
mentally
y'all,
and financially.
look, y'all, listen, y'all cooking today. I hope y'all had that same energy next week when y'all defending Machiavelli. Y'all boys cooking. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah, man.
good. It's
Shout
good.
out to Mr. Kim up the street, man, and put the extra fortune cookie in your bag. You know what I'm saying? The extra egg
Hey, how you
roll.
gonna get at me for what I
No,
was saying earlier, but then
nah,
you
nah,
say the
nah, nah.
fortune cookie line?
I'm trying to be positive.
Nah.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm
You
trying to be
said the
positive.
fortune cookie line is crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to be positive. Yeah, both of y'all make strong points, man. Very, 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 very strong points. Look, I'm thinking like, okay, food stamps and Section 8 was like a quote unquote ghetto version of reparations. We kind of found out white people enjoy that, benefit off that more than we do. We can't get a break.
Yeah, but they shifted the narrative and tried to make it seem like a black person is the quote unquote welfare king or queen, and that's not the case.
And now they suffering for it.
Crazy, man.
We
Can't get a break.
already. I don't have no sympathy for
Can't get a break,
not at
fam.
all.
We agree on that.
them.
We can't get a break.
Type
Governor, what you
shit.
think, man? I see you there in deep thought. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
I know there's a common thread with this. Like, I can see her actions, her emotions remind me a lot of this whole Carmelo thing, too. You know what I mean? Social media has that ability and has done so, is so very good at it. It's like the dopamine effect when you're over there posting and going back and forth and all the views and everything that goes with it. And that's what's tying into this thing, is tying into it. She's speaking from her anger part, because you know what they talking about with Asian hate and everything. And I see what she's saying, but you know, at the same time, people get caught up in the whole emotion of everything. I think that's what the big thing that we see really going beyond everything. Because when you look at the facts in and of itself and the people involved, you can kind of see what's going on. You know what I mean? But when you get all of that going, and then the mob mentality kicks in, and you pick a side, you got to roll with your side. That's what's going on.
That's deep.
There it is. Jay, what you think, man?
I agree with everything y'all said. As far as the case go, I think that when something unjust happens, like, you know, a black boy being ran down and shot up, and then the person who committed the murder walks free, I think the black people in that community, I think it's their duty to do something about it in that particular community.
Yeah.
Because that would have happened in Baltimore, the city would have been turned upside down.
Straight burning and lit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, it would have been do the right thing all over again. The man would have been outside. Soul brother number one. So you're not our brother.
Well, I saw something like when they was upset right after the verdict, the video. Then they were like, how come it didn't get torched? You know what I mean? But I'm saying it's a gas station too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look, I want to say
Genius
one thing to
move.
go.
I mean that I don't mean cut your wisdom time. I'm not advocating that you burn people's cars and bust their house windows and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Something got to get burnt down. Maybe his wallet and bank account. So that particular store need to be out of business.
Man.
And once that goes out of business, I want to see people who look like us fill that spot.
Yeah.
100%.
Man.
Yep.
But you know, let me say this one thing. I think, or to something Gov said, I feel like justice is justice, right? You don't pick us like, to me, I'm willing, like, for when it comes to truth, justice, I'm willing to throw anybody under the bus over right and wrong. You know what I mean? even my own people, even my own family, if it comes to a point where you clearly in the wrong, I can't defend that, and
Oh
vice
damn!
versa. I wouldn't want someone.
Appreciate that, bro. Well, go ahead.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
man.
Like,
That's
I
Hey,
crazy.
can't.
That's
you can't do
crazy
no
No,
work.
type of crime with this man at
and
Boy,
all.
look,
that's
I would
crazy
say
Can't
work,
that
do no
boy.
too.
type of crime with this man.
If I'm doing something wrong,
Crazy
it
work.
don't matter who it is. Throw me under the bus because
I remember
right
that.
right is right, wrong is wrong.
Especially if they put football numbers in my face. 10 years for me is a life sentence. Yeah,
I understand. But
That nigga
look,
Ty, he did it. He did it. I'm telling you where the
I'll take
glove
that
at.
one. I'll be like,
I'm
all
telling you where
right,
the
but
weapon
I'm
at.
still gonna say.
I'm telling you where he's hiding in 3 states. I'm telling you his aliases. He may be going around as a dark-skinned brother now because he done painted his face and got surgery. Oh, I'm giving it up, bro.
Transracial.
Oh my God.
But and then I also like we all human, bro. Like white, black, Asian, whatever you wanna call us, right? We all human, bro. Like so it we shouldn't like I don't get like the whole thing that like people race matters, right? To me, and race is important, right? And it informs how we live our lives, and but that's not the essential feature for who we are as people. We humans, you know what I mean? So I don't want to see nobody on either side, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna stand for it on either side, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but
I'm not gonna, if I feel like it's just unjust, it's like, all right, come on,
So you or
we
your
tripping.
sister soldier, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I mean, some change need to happen though. Some like that because this is not the first time something like this has happened, where a young black kid has got shot or killed by one of these Asian store owners, and won't be the last time. You know what I mean? If we play that video a little longer, I know it's when I was Xing everything out. She said proudly, your black kids are gonna keep dying. They know this is a trend. This is a problem. This has been a problem since the 80s. Like, this has been a long trend of young black kids being shot in stores. I am not saying justify the stealing,
But
but
it's
if you're stealing food and stealing 50-cent water, something tells you that kid is probably thirsty and hungry. I'm not saying take
yeah,
precautions, even if you gotta. These days, that's not
No,
that's
you
not a
right,
good
bro.
thing to
Killing
do.
somebody over 50-cent water is crazy,
that's
bro.
It's
crazy. Yeah,
crazy,
that's
but
crazy
call
work.
the cops or something. You know what I mean? But you literally ran multiple opportunities to think about it. His own son testified and said that boy did not have. Then you lie and say the man, that kid had a weapon. A
Man,
weapon.
yeah, but look,
You wanted to kill that boy.
here's the pattern.
That's why I say we need to stop this trend of people, human beings in general, being so bloodlusted. You didn't
Yeah,
have to kill that boy. You chased him out the store at a
but
good distance to murder him.
here's the thing, Bizzle. I think when it comes down to economics, when it comes down to ownership of things, I heard someone say that you would never be respected as a people unless you have ownership of things.
Got
That's
to.
one. Um, and it's a lot of layers to peel back when it comes down to our people. There's a lot of mental illness, spiritual illness that needs healing.
Mm.
Um, and I don't know at this point that we ever going to get that right. And saying that the odds are stacked against us, we may not, I'm not saying give up the fight, but we may not ever see justice the way we want to see justice in the West.
Mm.
Because look what happened during COVID. 2 points I want to make. During COVID, Biden passed the aging law, the aging, saying it right. That quick, that
Anti-Asian
incident.
hate, bro.
Thank you. Now look at the land they amassed, accumulated in the West. Look at the politics behind this group of people. And then flip the coin and look at us in that light. The politicians are going to sway more their way because
Yeah.
Asian blood is more valuable and richer than black blood. We're always going to be at the bottom of the totem pole with these people. Okay, so during that time, and let's go back 2 more years before COVID, right? We were getting gunned down by police left and right. Where was the protection bill for us? I'll wait.
They're
But
not
they
going to
still
make
want,
one for us because they still see us as property.
but they still wanted our vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one.
And let's go back one more time. During COVID, young black woman was what? Murdered over a wig. She had the first hair shop in her neighborhood. And 2 black people killed her over a wig. How many times these 2 black people, I'm going to assume that was disrespected, belittled, profiled, going through an Asian store looking for wigs? But you take this young black woman's life. Again, we're mentally and spiritually broken down as people. We need to own things, brothers. I mean, this is like a repeated classic that you're taught of.
Right. Hey, look.
We need to own stuff, bro. We do. We just do. I mean, real quick, I'm gonna let you cook, Ty. Let's say we all decided to ban Asian stores. What's the underline behind it? Oh, they think of us a certain way, or they treat us a certain way, or this incident happened. Okay, then we're gonna go to an Italian store. You know how they feel about us. Establishment. You're gonna go to an Arab store. You know how they feel about us. Let's see. Are you gonna go to a Jewish store? You know how they feel about us. Where can you run to? It's like you just go to one abusive situation to another. Yeah. Unless you say, we're not going to eat in your establishment. We're going to shut you down and own your establishment. And not only that, this is going to spark the revolution of us owning stuff. Because we got to respect each other. We fought for being in front of the bus, only to be belittled sitting in front of the bus. You're still giving your dollar to them. Yeah. When we boycotted the situation with Rosa Parks, we should have been owning MTAs, not sitting next to somebody to feel good about ourselves, and then inside their chest, they still don't give a damn about you. That's all I want to say.
Hey, look, well, I'm gonna say this one thing, right? But on something Quan said, and I'm just piggybacking off of what Adam L said, right? I think one, we all black and Asian people, and I had read this book a while ago. I didn't finish it, but it was called Minor Feelings. And it was just an Asian American coming of age story, reckoning, dealing with American racism. And as I was reading it, I started realizing like a lot of us still oftentimes we're dealing with some of the same racist violence, just in different registers. Like in the 60s, for instance, the whole model minority stereotype emerged, right? And they were portrayed as the successful minorities, the ones that didn't complain, the ones that didn't make noise, and so on and so forth. And it was used to minimize our struggles as black folks and create comparisons that black Americans were failing and so on and so forth. And but it flattened the whole Asian American story, and it was just like a story that was used in the white narrative to justify the subjugation of black people, right? Well, anyway, that already created, and it didn't start there, but that already created tension between us. And then we were also forced into some of the same cities, competing for the same jobs, and where they were redlining and barred many black people from white neighborhoods. The redlining also barred many Asian Americans to black neighborhoods and so on and so forth, and banking systems and so on and so forth, right? And then you have those, and that caused like certain tension because we're living so close in the proximity. And then again, we have a general pattern of racist violence and racist language. So it's like that whole idea of like no matter where you go, they don't respect you. That's a symptom. That's a symptom of of a cancer of decay of the general society. American society, by its nature, is racist, right? And ain't no doubt about it. And everybody, if you living under this system, you're gonna be infected with that disease, right? And then also, even with us personally, right? Even with like we have our own things and they have their own things, like the language barriers and cultural barriers and strength and the riots and all that type of stuff creates distance between us. You see what I'm saying? Right. And then even with us, we got to look at ourselves and say, yo, why is it that, because a lot of our people ain't always the most outstanding people. And if you got to look at that. Some of us walk in there and we're completely niggerized. You know what I mean? And the way that we act and operate and so on and so forth. And it breeds suspicion, maybe unjustly, right? But it does breed suspicion. So a lot of them are working in poor, high stress, high crime areas, right? Where they're stressed out. Where if you come into that store, they already expect that there's high theft in there. So they're always looking for theft. And they have to act immediately, even if it's unjust for
Yeah,
them to
but
act.
I don't think there's an excuse because you
It's
know what
not an
you signed.
excuse.
You know what you signed
But
up
if you
for.
were in a situation,
Yeah,
you
don't
might make
have
the
your
same
business
decision.
there.
Yeah,
At that point,
exactly. You know what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
it's your business in one of those white
I'm
neighborhoods.
not going to open up a store in a sundown town and like, oh my God, get surprised when they want to lynch me. I had no point of being there. What common sense is that? You know, their own people
But they
don't
were
even support
forced
them like
into
that.
our neighborhoods by the general society that would redline them. It's
Yeah.
not it's a factual thing. Look it up.
I never
It's
seen Asian people live in my neighborhood. Only thing I seen them go to the corner store,
the immigrant
open it up on
Asians.
7 a.m. and closed it around close to 9 o'clock, and they hopped there in a car and they went somewhere else. I never seen them in my neighborhood.
A lot of them live over top of the store. I've seen that, but
No,
that too as well.
yeah, once in a blue moon, but I see them rent it out to
And
people
their
that look
whole
like
family
us.
work the shop. You know what I mean? I just think my general thing is I don't feel like it should be. It's already enough friction between interracial friction and interreligious friction and so on and so forth. And for me, I don't want anything to contribute to that. Like I can point out where Cho was wrong for chasing bro out. That's wrong. And the bro even put the waters back. So you even way more. And the person, he was 135 yards away from you. You ain't have, it was no threat to you.
No, you know
50
why?
Cent.
You know why? Because we don't have the respect in this country, and these foreigners know that. So he said, you know what? I'll kill myself a ninja today, and I'm getting off on it. And the most hurting part of it is going back to our other topic with the all white jury. We have an all black jury finding him innocent.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Mental and spiritual healing.
Uh, hey guys, look at the group chat when y'all get a chance.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, crazy, man. Y'all
Well, that
crazy.
look like it's fire though. Blueberry surf. All right.
Yeah, that shit was hitting, man.
I'll pick that joint up.
Yeah.
Yeah. One shot, one kill. What's the deal?
That's like a 30% right there.
Facts.
All right, man. We can move on from this, man. If nobody else got anything to say about it. And let's end the topic with Jay-Z. Jigga, y'all. Jigga Man has posted a freestyle at the Roots Picnic Bash. If I'm saying that right, y'all. Huh? If I'm saying
Yeah,
it
the
right?
Roots picnic. Yep.
Yep. And he didn't mention names. I think he did mention Dame, but he didn't mention names. But we all got who he was talking about, who was throwing shots at, right? But then you have people coming out the woodwork, Damon Dash making doo-doo, cinnamon doo-doo jokes about the man's breath. Talking about why you come out on stage with no jewelry on, Jay, you're gone broke. Take that right there. Let's stop right there. I mean, come on, bro. Our people gotta do better in this culture, bro.
Straight up hater.
He's a billionaire, sir. There's a difference, in my opinion, for dressing loud and broke and wealthy and just wealthy without the need of being loud and broke. You know, when a person with money step in the room, he doesn't need to say anything. You just feel it. You just know it. Warren Buffett step in the room, that's money right there. You know? As Jay said, he's a businessman. So for Dane to be trapped in the 90s and say, why didn't he come on stage with the loud ropes and chains? Why wouldn't his hat tilt to the side? Who told Jay to come out looking like that? Who was PR and all that craziness? And when you come to New York, don't invite me. Like they really was gonna call you up. You know? Then you have Cameron making his statement, and I want y'all to elaborate on that later on about Drake washing Jay, like telling Jay to fall back, and how y'all feel about people saying that the freestyle was whack. I thought it was dope. Truth be told, I think it was dope.
It was dope, but we're in an era where a lot of people are judging bars and not qualified to judge bars. You know what I mean? So if it take real critical thought or take a second or third listen, they're not really going to do that. You feel me? We're in an era where a lot of people are taking pride in preferring the beat over the lyrics. And I get that there's a time and a place for everything, but bars have always been important, yo. How are you going to judge a freestyle, but then you not somebody that listens to bars or cares about bars? If you listen to you listen to whoever is from the Cloth or Soulja Boy, these ringtone rappers, you know what I mean? Like if you listen to TikTok rap all day, every day, you're not qualified to judge some shit like that because that's not what your palate is used to. You don't have that. That's not in your background. You're not really accustomed to that type of style. So just say, this isn't what I like. I'm not. If niggas a lot of people have a problem with saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not well versed enough in this, so you should defer to somebody else. But hip hop has a real journalism issue anyway. You feel me? Because a lot of people are out there calling themselves DJs, calling themselves journalists because they have a lot of followers and they have clout, but really don't have the resumes to be doing what they're doing. You feel me? They have the following, but they don't really have the resume to really back up some of the things that they say and do.
That's facts.
So we got hella people out here that think because they have X amount of followers that they are people whose words should have merit in the culture. And unfortunately they do, but they really shouldn't because, you feel me, clout isn't really currency. But it is what it is. But it's a lot of people that are qualified that are saying that this is trash. And it's like, yo, you don't listen to bars. So how can you tell me what a bar is?
Basically, their stardom is taking up space. Facts.
Right.
And they're not qualified to give their opinion. But the fact that they have a bunch of followers that's dumb followers, so dummies following dummies, basically. And, you know, people are running with the narrative. Like, never in my lifetime, no pun intended, that Jay was ever whack to me. Real talk. Even his albums that didn't do so well, like, you know what I'm saying? Give me one. Kingdom Come.
That was nice though.
It's not Black Album, but you know, Blueprint 3 and things that you can sweep under the rug.
Holy Card and Magna Grove.
Yeah, Volume 3 was dope. But the fact I'm trying to make is Jay wackest or lowest points is most niggas high points. They would love to have a Volume 3. They would love to have a Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Real talk. Right? And for this generation to say that freestyle was whack or he's washed up or, oh man, go back home to your wife and get in your rocking chair is like bogus to me, bro. When the vets for the last 4 or 5 years been carrying hip hop.
Yeah.
You know? They've been carrying hip hop, like saving the day. Facts. You know? And that's crazy to me, man. Like Jay
I mean,
Wack?
it's just ignorance at the end of the day. And also this the one genre where ageism is so rampant. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see Chris, you feel me? I've never seen Chris Brown talk crazy about, you feel me, like Prince or Usher or whoever else you want. You know what I mean? Like
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, like I've never seen that before. But in hip hop, it's always like an age divide, and I really don't understand that. You feel me? But they try to age people out. They try to make this big. I can understand if we having an argument or a debate about whether or not something was sonically, you feel me? Like sonics change, but as far as lyricism and what a bar is, that really doesn't change. And Jay-Z is one of the people that upped the bar and has done that several times in his career. I thought it was fire. You feel me? But if you don't understand it, it's going to be trash. But that's not on him that you don't understand.
Look at the Max B situation. Case in point. Try to come at the legend Kane. And then Kane had to show and prove and remind niggas who he is. Dropping freestyles everywhere. You know? I mean, like stuff like make you scratch your head like, damn, I ain't know he still had it like that. Let me go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was nice. Nah.
But we in an era where people are saying things to stay relevant. Max B knows he can't rap with Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane, from my understanding, right? Because I wasn't there, but from my understanding and through my research, Big Daddy Kane was the main person that was rivaling Rakim. You know how nice you got to be for you to be his only or main competition?
They're the original Big Three to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. KRS-One, Rakim, and Kane.
Yeah, but KRS-One would be J. Cole. He would be the third in out of that three, but yeah.
You could throw G-Rap in there, but for me, just my opinion. They're the original Big Three.
I agree with that. That's how most people tell the story, is that Rakim was seen as the best, and the person that was rivaling him would be Kane, and then, you feel me, KRS. Cool G was nice in the 80s, but to me, he didn't really enter his prime till the 90s. You feel me? Like, I like It's a Demo. I like you feel me, his verse on Symphony and all that. But to me, the best Kane is probably Ill Street Blues. What's the joint he did with Mobb Deep? The Realist? That's the best Kane to me. Or the 4, 5, 6 album.
G-Rap on the
My bad, G-Rap. But yeah. G-Rap had one of the best verses in hip-hop history on that song.
Facts. Jan, what you think, man? Are they right saying that Jay freestyle was washed? Are they right saying that, oh man, go back in the house, you shouldn't be rapping or whatever? How you feel about that, man? I just think it was just disrespectful.
People. It's young people who I agree with everything you and Skills was saying. Like, it's young people though. They don't understand. They listen with a different set of ears. You know what I mean?
And I think I don't want to cut your wisdom, but what about the guys our age and our generation? Is it more personal or propaganda? Like when Cam saying, you can't mess with Drake, you need to sit down, and Jim Jones and all this type of stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah, Dame Dash and Cam are haters. Of course, won't be like versus trash.
That's facts.
Yeah, they haters, but I don't really see much the hate coming from people like over 35. You know what I mean? It's usually like those not millennials.
Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z. They come on, man. Like, listen to the rap that they make. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Quan here, man.
That's crazy,
I
man.
think that's the pain. That's the big thing I see out of it all too, especially because I think listening with a generational ear. You know what I mean? Like the last it's like I remember my parents would talk about people like the OJs and Earth, Wind and Fire, and they would say, "Now that's real music." You know what I mean? But I'm like, man, yeah, that's cool, but I'd rather listen to Big Daddy Kane and LL and all the rest. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing now. So it's like they saying, yeah, it's like I'm seeing the same thing going on in the whole go-go scene right now. Because they're saying, yeah, y'all still talking about Junkyard and Backyard, but what about the bounce beat bands? Y'all ain't talking about none of them when y'all had the big go-go thing about a few weeks ago. So they're saying the same. It's like a generational type of a thing is going on. Like we would listen to 92Q, and then after a while it switched over to Magic. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing is going on right now, but hip hop seems to not allow room for both to go when it really needs to have both coexisting. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect the legends, and at the same time, when the sound is changing, the sound is changing. You know what I mean? The legends can't try to copy and go back and act like, nah, we gonna be the youth, because it's not gonna work. They're not gonna sound natural doing it.
But what about the youth sounding like the legends?
Well, that's part of it, but at the same time, they're gonna have to take it to another level. Like it can't be the same. It's like you can't come out with a brand new Wu Tang. A new Wu Tang does not need to come out. But what needs to happen is the new group that's coming out is gonna have to have that same type of impact for their generation, the same way Wu Tang did for ours.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
like the generation was a generation the millennials. I think that they carried the torch pretty well. You
Yeah.
had the Kendricks, and you have the Odd Futures. You have you know
Earl Sweatshirt.
yeah, ASAP Mob. I think they carried the torch pretty well, bro. You know, and you know you can make a you know case in point to your point, Gov. The Odd Futures and the ASAP Mobs. They like did what Wu Tang did. They came out as a group and they catered to their generation, but they kept that tradition. They brought their own thing, but they kept that golden tradition running. I'm not saying that that's not with Gen Z because I'm not familiar with all the music, but I do know nostalgia. My son group, they're pretty dope. They're pretty dope. It's a bunch of dope dudes and females, excuse me, on that on that team. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I wanted to give a shout out to that because Jam just came for a whole generation.
No, man. Like
yeah.
I don't think he went in the whole generation. I think he went at the main stars of the generation. You got niggas rapping in baby voices and mumble rapping and shit. Like, not all of them do that, but it's quite a few. You feel me? Like to
Mm.
this generation, to that generation, you feel me? They got people like Playboy Cardi as they go.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, yo, he's a good artist, yo. But if that is the standard of lyricism, niggas is in trouble.
Y'all
And
gotta
that's
Yeah,
send
all
me
I'm
that.
gonna
that
say.
Y'all gotta
Jam
send me
ain't
his
lie.
music, yo. Y'all gotta
That's
send me his
one thing.
music.
no, because that's all people look for is the surface level. If one Google search, going on YouTube, digging a little deeper on the Instagram or TikTok, you could clearly see underground artists and hip hop artists, people that are freestyling. You could it's clearly
They
in
probably
Baltimore. People
millennials.
wouldn't look in Baltimore. People wouldn't look in Baltimore and know that DBL exists. Or you have other groups that's similar to my group or similar to DBL in different states. People
But
don't
isn't
care
I'm
to
a
look for those
DBL?
unicorn.
groups.
Correct me
People
if I'm
don't
wrong.
care to look for
DBL's
those
more
groups.
DBL's more
DBL
millennial, right?
millennials.
Oh,
Them the
That's
whoa,
old
whoa,
millennial.
niggas.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa!
you're not
Isn't
lying.
some members Gen Z in
Some
there
of them are
too?
Gen Z, some of them are Gen Z, but most of
Oh,
us are millennials.
Yeah,
okay,
Most of us are
cool.
millennials, but some of
that's
them are
more in
Gen
the
Z.
Kendrick. It's more Kendrick in them pockets.
Hey, no, you can't
Take
be
this
saying
L,
that. They
bro.
came. No one's taking this L, bro. Whoa. Wait, hold up. Y'all
Yo,
gonna get me
y'all a
started. I'm not gonna get started
unicorn.
today. He's
Nostalgia
trying
a
to rage bait me.
unicorn. The
He's trying to
most of
rage.
y'all look at
He,
y'all. If we
he's
if
trying to
we
rage
judge
bait
it,
me. He's trying to
nah,
rage bait
look,
me. I'm
if
not
we
taking
judge
that.
it by the mainstream artists, right?
That's what
If
we
you
talking
take the
about. The
millennial
mainstream artists.
generation and then you take the millennial generation mainstream artists and then you compare them to the Gen Z uh 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 mainstream artists, there's clearly a lapse in quality.
Okay, so
You
we're
see
not
what
going
I'm
to talk about that
saying?
new Kendrick Lamar song that came out. We're not going to talk about
We,
that new Kendrick Lamar song that came out. Here comes the boom.
look,
Here
I
comes the
mean,
boom. Like,
you can't
stop
judge a whole
playing with me,
generation
man.
on.
Yeah, but
Stop
Listen,
playing with me.
his
Stop
whole
playing with me,
album,
you
man.
cannot
but
judge.
Stop
overall,
playing
he's
with me.
stellar. Kung
But you
Fu
Y'all
gotta
Kenny,
wash,
think,
Kung
you
man.
Fu
gotta
Y'all
think
Kenny,
too,
wash.
a
though,
murder
yo.
any of y'all
Here comes the
on
boom.
any of
Here
your
comes the
artists.
boom.
Polo G, I pop out. What the Polo G say?
Baby
Polo
Chief
G and
do it.
most of those gangster rap artists are millennials. You know that, right?
No, but
Nah,
Baby
but
Chief do
they
it one of
cater to
y'all,
y'all
right?
generation. I ain't
Baby
never
Chief
listened
do
to
it.
a Polo G.
But
Ain't
Baby
Baby
Chief
Chief
do
do
it.
it? Ain't he Gen Z?
He's Gen Z, but I mean, like, he's decent. You know what I mean? He's cool.
You
He's
know that
not
nigga
bad.
uses AI to write his raps, right?
No, that was only for that one occasion, and
Hey,
that man
Where's
was
the
yo,
being
proof?
you did it
satire
one
on
Where's the
shot
proof?
many
man.
times. Nah,
Where
I
is
bro.
the
don't listen
proof?
to
I
most of his
need proof.
music, but I do know that was satire though. So y'all gonna need to bring some proof on that, man. Look,
He
y'all
said
gonna
it out his
stop
own mouth.
disrespecting Gen Z about yo.
But yo,
Y'all
you and your
gonna
group are an anomaly,
Yo,
yo.
embrace.
Y'all are able
Yo,
to defend yourselves, bro. If y'all had to
that's crazy.
battle, y'all could battle, yo.
But there's
A
other
lot
groups
of
out there
Gen
like
Z
that
ain't
though.
trying to. Hey, bro. But are they? Do they get the same look and shine as the niggas? No, they don't.
Okay,
I'm trying to tell you, no, they don't.
listen. I'm lost, man. I'm an old man. Okay, who is the lyricist in this generation in Gen Z? Please name me 5 lyricists. That's respectable lyricists in this generation.
Is Mike
Jid,
your
I guess.
generation?
Rayvon, probably.
I don't know. He got did he not get
He's
the
not Gen
mileage?
Z technically. He's still a millennial. So I
Hey,
mean,
Quan.
but are we judging by the artist? Because look, how I judge the artist, right? If you're rapping in the generation and your fan, most of your fan base is in that certain generation, I feel like you are a Gen Z artist, regardless if you're a millennial Gen X artist. I feel like if Gov or Jam One, if most of their fan base are Gen Z fans and their rapping or their beat selection and their lyrics catered to that specific generation, I consider you a Gen Z artist. I
Here's
don't
who y'all
really go
got,
by the
yo.
age.
That's a bad
I don't
analogy,
really go
Look,
by
man.
the
yo,
age.
y'all got Central C from the UK. Central
Hey,
C is
no,
hard,
don't
yo.
don't do that, bro.
Central C,
Don't
Hey,
do
yo. Central
that.
hey,
C can
look
rap,
though.
yo.
Y'all
They got
dirty for
Jid.
this, bro.
Jid is a good one.
Yo, y'all got Ice Spice.
Ice,
Oh man.
yo, that's crazy
Yo,
disrespectful.
y'all got Baby King.
Baby Keem, oh no.
No. Baby King,
Mm.
he pretty dope.
Y'all
But
got
I
Yee.
don't.
Yeah, oh, yo, no.
Y'all
No.
got Sexy Red.
That's Gen Alpha right there, bro. Look, let me come prepared in some weeks, man. We
Yeah,
gotta talk about this again,
give me
man.
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Yeah, I need
Be
5
fair
I
with
mean,
lyricists
y'all
from
We
got
gotta
Gen
come
Z.
Dochi.
prepared.
Y'all got Dochi.
Dochi, yeah.
Dochi.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
got
yeah.
Fire.
Dochi.
Yeah, Dochi's good. Good.
Is
Dochi's
Rhapsody
good.
considered millennial?
Yeah, very
Due to
much.
Yeah, she
no,
not Gen Z.
okay,
Very much.
due to her age or what time
Oh,
she.
y'all got
Just like
Mike.
the time she was like rapping and everything, like
Y'all got Mike
everything.
from Brooklyn. In all caps, Mike. Mike is hard, bro.
He Gen Z.
Yeah, apparently he was born in '98.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, y'all got Mike.
The
Mike
way
is
he
tough,
said
yo.
that, the way he
No,
said that,
Mike
I
is
mean,
tough,
like y'all
bro.
got Mike, man. At least y'all got Mike.
Mike is tough,
Like,
bro.
I mean, y'all got Jid too. Don't forget that Jid ain't Jid. Yeah, a part of y'all
wait,
generation.
so
No, I
skills.
don't believe that. I think. Hold
Hold
on.
up,
What's
No,
skills.
up? What's up?
Do
Jid
you
is Jay Z.
consider
Gen Z.
DBL right a
No,
Gen
yo,
Z group?
Jid 36, yo.
He
Nah,
is.
but he came out like Quan was
No, that
saying.
nigga was in his
Is
20s, bro.
He
No,
started
hell no.
rapping like in 2016,
Cause he played
2018.
college football in like 08, 09 or some shit like that. That nigga's like 36.
Oh
nah, but I
shoot.
think what Quan's saying is like
Young old
the
head.
artists that they grow up with. Jid was probably like when they was 13 and 14, Jid was probably popular, just like how Kanye West would have been
Oh, I get
popular.
what you're saying. So
You
we're
see what I'm
not
saying?
going by when you were born, we're going by the era in which you were on. Okay,
Right. The
all right. I
artists
Yeah.
that
understand what you're saying, bro.
you know
Okay,
what
So
I
would
all
you
mean?
right.
consider DBL a Gen Z group going by that? You know what I
No,
mean?
He
because
said
we
they were
got people in
diverse.
different, we have people in different age ranges. We got people that were born in the 80s. We got people that was born in the 90s. We got people that was born in the 2000s.
Mm,
So you can't
okay.
really put us in one era. Like we in this era, we didn't drop our first album till 2020. So I mean,
Mm,
by your
okay.
definition, like, but we all had solo albums before that, and we were all working with each other before that. But we were like a battle crew first, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
So we all
Okay.
met at Morgan State for the most part, and we were going different places, battling people and being in ciphers and shit like that. And then when Black
Okay.
Chakra joined in 2020, that's when it was like, okay, like we're going to make a group album, and then you feel me, we here now. But like,
Mm.
I don't know.
Shout
That's a
out,
really good
shout out
question.
to
Shout out
Chakra,
Black
man.
Chakra.
That dude dope,
Hey,
man.
shout out.
Yeah, his poetry, that dude is dope. You know what I'm saying? Skills, get him on the phone, yo. Stop playing. Get him on the phone, bro.
What you want? You want to bring him on? That'd be dope.
Yeah, bring him on and bring him on my album as well. That's what I mean.
Oh, boy. I bet.
That dude is dope, man. Shout out to him, man. That dude is dope. Super dope. Super dope. You know. But yeah, man, I guess that wraps it up. Sun going down, and I gotta, man, Bizzle got finished going in the studio and working on the project. You feel what I'm saying? So, Cuz, where can they find you?
Mansion.net.
Skills Mega, where can they find you?
Ma Dom and Ma. I'm playing at D Skills Harris on Instagram.
Jammer One, where can they find you?
Jammer_1 on Instagram.
Ties off the grid and Quan Bizzle, where can they find you?
Nostalgia Music on all platforms, and you can find me at your girl's house. So I'm kidding.
Crazy. You can find Guess I'll Say It on all platforms except for X. Fellas, another classic, man. Appreciate it. And y'all gotta who's gonna call the defense team against us? Who's gonna call Team Ali?
Don't matter.
I know Jam organized the first time and then they got canceled last week. But that's gonna be interesting, man. Jam, are you familiar with what's going on?
What's going on?
We got another challenge. Machiavelli, the 7-Day Theory versus It Was Written. So we want to take on the defense of Tupac and his album. And we challenge Ali to take on his team to take on the defense of Nas.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the two representatives are Skills Mega, the Scholar, and Chow the Grid. I think that's going to be very interesting.
Okay.
We need to appoint a judge though, because
not all eyes on me.
Exactly.
Hey, I got y'all. I'll be
Not
the
all
judge.
eyes on me though.
Nah, man. I think it should be Machiavelli, man. I think it should be.
The only reason it should be Machiavelli is because
choice, though.
You think so?
I know
we got
so.
more bangers on it.
Yeah,
we had a little disadvantage, but it could work in our favor if they don't point certain things out. You feel me? But it's up to y'all. I'm down for whatever.
I can repost it, man. What y'all think? Let's decide this right now. All Eyes on Me or Machiavelli?
Machiavelli.
I mean, or we could do what was the other two albums that came out in '96 we was talking about earlier? ATLiens versus Hell on Earth.
Hell on Earth with Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's all in milk. That's vodka and milk, right? Yeah.
I'm saying though, they both considered to be two of the greatest rap groups of all time. You feel me? They both rap duos.
What hit did they had on Hell on Earth? The one with Little Kim? Was that the hit on there? The real
Quiet Storm.
Yeah. Was that on that project? Because if you put that up, you putting that up against Outkast, man. Lord have mercy. Every album they came out with,
Drop a Gem on them. They got Front Lines, GLD Part 3. They got some joints on them.
Man, it's up to y'all, man. I know on Instagram and Facebook, we got a little bit feedback from the Tupac versus Nas. Hell, even my father called me up. Be like, hey, what you think? I don't know. I like that one.
No, it was definitely a lot of interest in that episode. You found me? A lot of people was hitting me up like, yo, send me that link when it drops, send me that link. You know what I mean? I think it's a good thing to do is these album debates.
Yeah, and that's
Tupac
endless too.
is a good matchup.
Can you say it again, Jay?
I said I think
The
Tupac
Tupac and Nas.
good matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should put Wu-Tang up against Outkast. But then again, no, Mobb Deep do sound good because it's a two-man
I
group. So
think
yeah. But let's do the Pac,
You
man.
said Goody
Let's
Mob.
represent Pac.
You saying
Yeah,
you said Wu-Tang versus Goody Mob?
no. Wu-Tang versus Outkast. That's a mixed match because the one that skill set sounds better because it's more of a duel. You have Mobb Deep versus Outkast. And then if you want to put Wu-Tang up against somebody, you would have to put them up against a Goody Mob or something like that. You know?
I mean, we could put Wu-Tang against Boot Camp, but I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah, let's do the Pac thing, man. We overthinking it. Let's keep it real with the Pac. So my thing is, y'all want to challenge yourself due to the Machiavelli, which I think Machiavelli can stand up if y'all present your argument correctly. But if y'all want things to be easy on y'all can do All Eyes on Me.
No, we can't compare a double album to an album that wasn't a double album.
Yeah, All Eyes on Me was a double album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do we overthinking. Do the Machiavelli. Somebody get Ali on the phone and tell him we challenge him. You know what I'm saying? Don't back down. Don't be scared now. You know what I'm saying? Shots fired. We out, son. Y'all enjoy
Yeah, that's
y'all
fine. I'm
weekend.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Let's do this. All right, brothers. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Stay safe, stay dangerous. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.